Hello ladies and gentlemen YouTube, my name is Kanka the Great. This video today is featuring my Dagger Elementalist. If you're interested in the build, it's all meta battle. Nothing has changed from Dagger Ellie for meta battle. The reason I use meta battle Ellie is because it is basically the best build that I can find, and without tweaking it, I don't really play Ellie, so I don't have any trait preferences, so I just run whatever's standard. On my team, we had two warriors, so one left and one got a guardian. So we head mid, and for this fight, there's going to be this guardian who you'll see in the future. He's here all game basically, and that Mesmer does high DPS, and there's a thief there, so I instantly leave. I rotate off point. I see that there is no one on home, and someone is fighting off point. So I proceed to rush on far. For Dagger Ellie, this Mesmer right here, I knew he was ranging me, so I targeted him. That way, if he blinked away or something like that, I'd be able to show him in the distance. Honestly, I see what he was doing here, but ledging up there is a very bad idea because it would be more beneficial to him to catch me by surprise than to openly expose himself like that. So I dropped my blink just to see where it would cast at, and to have the cooldown down to where I could see what my traits are at. So I wait for my rock dog to respawn, and I go back into air, and then I dodge roll that. That's why I have the slow motion there. And my teammate comes to help me out. I put down some cleave. Then I do a knockback, put down some bleeding. I want to get down those clones as quickly as possible, so I kill all those clones. He has no more clones, and then the ranger joins in. So I back off. That Mesmer is down, and this is when he's down. He portals. I see where he portals at. I misform. I go over for the stomp, and I can't secure the stomp. So I teleport away from him, and I repop. I go into my water, and I start some regen. I cleave on his body, which I know is there. And I go back again while that ranger, instead of cleaving me, now I can openly finish him. And that ranger's busy with the thief that's over there, or I think it's a guardian. So I secure the stomp. I go over to the point. He's down, so I start to res him. I put down lots of fire, lots of Condi, so that ranger will back off. Thankfully, he backed off because he was low health and he was in greatsword. He needed to back away to go into longbow, so he did that. He retreated. He saw that I had him at half health, so I got all those Condis off of me. I started to regen, and I picked this thief all the way up. And once this thief gets all the way up, I start to chase after the ranger, because I know the ranger is already low. So I go off, and I stay on point so I can try to secure the point. And I can't because this thief contests, so I get off the point. That thief goes down, and I'm thinking in my head, you know, I popped everything basically to res him. I can't do it again. So I get out, I go underneath where Trank is. That ranger's, not that ranger, but the thief has chased me. So the thief doesn't chase me all the way down because he wants to secure home point. Then this guardian, which is always here, this guardian's here, so you know, you can't keep the guardian, you know, on mid all by himself, so I'll give him a little something to do. I see that the ranger and the Mesmer start to attack me, so I get out, I go into air, and I get out of there, and I go back into water. This guy was down, so I put my fire field around him just to cleave, and anybody that's already down or anyone that's coming will get fire. Then I blast this and knock back anyone that may or may not be in stealth that's around me, so I can secure the res, because I don't want to waste my misform on the res. I want to use it on the stomp, which I do. Everyone leaves. They know I have the mist form, and I misform stomp this necro, who's already used his fear, but those wells do a lot of damage when they're down, especially when necro is traded for it, and that's very common because that first necro trait is really bad, so they normally use downstate. This guy is down, so that's two team fights that I've been in just off of rotating. That's why I really stress in my videos, rotation is key. It's not always about killing someone or securing a point. Sometimes it's just about better rotation. So now we're in here, we're in position for the first buff that spawns. Gives you double points for whatever points you have capped. Right now there's one contested, and 1 point is ours, 1 point is theirs. So now we're double ticking, even though we only have 1 point. and now they have 2 points and we're double ticking, so we're technically we're washing, so it's at a standstill right now. We're still technically losing, but like I said before, rotation is key. It's not always about winning, or if you're losing, it's always about positioning and securing stomp, securing reses, which I did very well in this video. I didn't die one time in this video, and this ranger, he gets really salty because missed form is not always for the stomp. It's not always to use on a stomp. So I used it when he bursted me with his number 2 skill. Then the thief came along. He just so happened to burst him down. I was already in missed form, and I secured the knockback for number 5, so his pet would res him. And I was in stealth, and I could have stomped, but he was kind of salty, so I kind of wanted to cleave him down a little bit, just to give him that extra 5 seconds, you know, just so he knows not to get salty with me, because that's not cool. I don't like salty players. I might troll a lot, but that's just for people that have been salty with me first. And I try to cleave on this guardian. He's not going down anytime soon. That ranger knocks me back, so you know he starts to hurt me. So I get out of there. I go into water, regen myself back up. Double dodge roll on the for the double. 1 heal is a dodge roll, and 1 heal is my number 5 skill, so that heals me for like around 6k. And I got out of there. I used lightning. I summoned my Elementalist, which I normally don't do, but because of this fight, because of our comp that we had a thief, so I didn't want to run the FGS because this map is really close, and it's got a lot of ledges, so FGS wouldn't really help. If I was running on faux fire, I would definitely run FGS, but Elementalist on this map is better. I saw him there, so I just knock him off point just so we could full cap this. And I start chasing after this Necro. This Necro is really dumb because we already have the point, so he's just kind of running in there for no reason. He realizes that, pops his wells, gets his protection, a little bit of blindness, some boons, and I drop down this fire field on top of his wells, so he wants to sit there. He runs away. Thief uses this thief uses SR, and the guardian uses first knockback. So I use my knockback, so that thief got knocked back once, and I made sure just in case he uses steal or something that he got knocked back again. I thought I wasn't going to get this, but I missed form, and one of the other teammates knocks him back, and I secure the full res. Now the thief is down from trying to stomp, and he's used his shadow refuge, so he has absolutely no outs. He's absolutely defenseless, and he went down instantly. I start cleaving on this guy. My teammate starts going from the stomp. He's a guardian, so I figure he's got it, so I teleport out of there. I start going towards point. And this next clip is, this is the first time that this guardian has not been on point. This is the first time that the point has been empty, so I say to myself, let me go ahead and cap this. This is my final opportunity to show that guardian that camping mid is not cool. Tranquility is about to pop, so I say to myself, you know, forget it. We've already got 1 point uncontested. Let's go ahead and leave it at 2. The last point is ours, which is ticking in our favor. So we are free to secure Tranquility in the team fight. So now we are the only ones ticking. Each other point is decapped, and no one else is ticking but us. We're 1 ticking, and we're in the lead, so I felt very confident going down into Trank. We instantly downed this rally bot right here, who's been down basically the entire team fight. Our Mesmer goes down after this. He suffers a lot of the wells. I can't stress enough, when Necros drop their wells, especially in 3 patterns like that, just get out of it. It's only 5 seconds, just get out of it as fast as you can. So I start to cleave. I use my 5 skill in Earth and my teleportation skill to get to that ranger, but he was in Great Sword 4, so he blocks it, knocks me back. But I use, like I said, missed form is not always to secure a stomp or a res. You can use missed form whenever they burst, and he bursted me with number 2, so I used my missed form once again. And once again, the thief realizes I'm in missed form, sees it's his opportunity to do some free damage, and gets that ranger down. This guy's down, and I cannot secure the stomp because there's too much cleave on him, and he just dissipates and dies. I'm waiting just in case anyone else drops down, so we can get Trank uncontested. I go into air, and I use my 4 skill just to catch up, and use my 3 skill and fire just so I can catch up a little bit. I tap mid. Tapping is very important because once you tapped it and you realize no one else is coming or it's not contested, just get off the point, because there's no reason to be a guardian and just sit there. You know, unless you're a bunker guard, do your job. But if you're an Ellie like me and you're dagger, run around. You know, don't sit on 1 point. Don't say, oh, I'm only going to hold home. I'm only going to hold far. I'm only going to hold mid. Because that's very bad for your gameplay, very bad for your rotation. And this Mesmer is here. He knocks me back. And right here, this is amazing. I missed form. Like I said before, missed form is not for stomps. I all the way through both null. There's a null field and there's a sap field there. I go through both of those, all the cleave damage, and I finally dodge roll out to avoid all the damage that they were going down. Now they have no more burst. They have no more bombs. Now I can basically free cast, and I'm just trying to keep my health up, just trying to keep regen and burning down. I start cleaving around everything. I'm just using the 2 points back and forth, making sure no one can really hit me with any range skills. He's down, start cleaving on his body. Like I said, he's been down the whole time. I don't know what his problem is. He's just a rally bot. And I just cleave a little bit more, teleport out. I get the Mesmer elite skill, so I'm invisible. So I just sit there, regen, see what everyone else is doing, go back in the fight, start, lay down more conditions. And I see this Mezzy trying to run away, and I don't like that. So we're gonna go after him. A little bit of jumping puzzle here, a little bit of PvE, jump, 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 jump. And then I use my force skill in my air just to catch up with him so he can't regen. He uses his knockback 5. I bet you he was praying he would knock me onto the edge, but he doesn't. Because I positioned myself in a way that if he does use his 5, it would knock me into the wood instead of down on the ledge. So I keep on, I stay on him, knock him down, and cleave on his body. Now he's definitely dead, so he's got conditions on him, he's got fire on him, he's got bleeding on him, and I go for the miss stomp. Even if I didn't want to stomp him, he would have been dead. He would have died in that fire field. That fire field would have killed him all the way down. He would have had no chance to regen. But just in case, I wanted to go for the miss stomp. I go back and I realize that we need help on midpoint. So I start rotating, and I rotate towards far, but I decide that we need to get this buff. So I'm staying here and I'm cleaving as much as possible. I'm trying to keep them from securing the buff. And it's just this one guy. This one guy's here, so we cleave him down as much as possible. This ranger joins the fight. I cleave and teleport on top of them, so now they're both inflicted with about at least 6 or 7 stacks of bleeding. They got burning on them. Now I'm blasting my field. There's too much damage. And I think this ranger, he stealths and drops down, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm focused on this necro a little bit too much. So we start cleaving on the necro's down. And then I start putting as much conditions on him as possible. He starts dying from conditions because he used all of his Condi cleanses and transfers. And I go for the... My name is Kanka the Great. If you have enjoyed my content and you like Elementalist, Guardian, and Warrior gameplays, that is mostly what I post. I do post a Thief gameplay every now and then just to have a little bit of fun because I think Thieves are really fun. And that's really all the classes I play. I have all the classes, but those 3 are my top favorite. If you like this video, please feel free. It only takes 2 seconds out of your day. Please like, favorite, and subscribe if you found me entertaining, and share with your friends. Our website is antisocialbehavior.com, and the behavior is spelled the UK way. We're not UK based, but we have a lot of UK players. And thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time.